starts right now.
A day meant to unite people, a commemoration meant to do the same thing, ends in violence. Someone with a gun opened fire during a Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. celebration tonight in San Antonio.
We know that 4 people were taken to the hospital. The suspected shooter is on the run, and this is all happening on the city's east side, not too far from Commerce and Sprigsdale. Patty Santos arrived just as the ambulances were driving off with some of the people who were injured. So, Patty, keep us up to date here. What do we know?
Yeah, police at this point believe that the shooter randomly opened fire into that crowd, sending everyone running. There were at least 2 ambulances there when we arrived. People who were at the party earlier tell me they're really disappointed at how the celebration ended.
It was really nice. I'm telling you, families were out here with kids, and I don't know where. It just happened. And now there's people in the hospital.
Witnesses tell us this Martin Luther King Jr. gathering outside Santa's Place on the 400 block of Sprigsdale ended up with people running for their lives. Those inside their homes heard the shots and dropped to the floor.
Everybody was scattered. I saw the man that got shot. He was over here on the couch, on the mattress over here, and then there was another one on the floor, and then there was more. Everybody was just running around.
Police say shots rang out around 7 p.m. in the parking lot, where a group of about 30 to 60 people were gathered. At least 20 shell casings littered the parking lot.
And it does appear that it was random, being that there was such a large gathering. Our victims are anywhere from 30 to 60.
And again, some of those victims just kind of took off. Police found one of those victims about 2 miles away on Upland Drive. At this point, police do not have a good description of the suspect, and they don't yet have a motive. Steve, Stefania?
Thank you, Patty. New tonight, speed and alcohol. Police say that's what played a role in this deadly crash. This is on the Loop 410 access road near Fredericksburg Road on the city's northwest side. Officers say a sedan was actually stopped at a red light when another car rear-ended it at a high speed. A person in one of those cars died. A pedestrian near the intersection also hit and killed. 2 other people remain in the hospital tonight.
Now, also tonight, 1,129 patients are in the hospital with COVID. We know 239 of those are in the intensive care unit. 94 are on ventilators. Our 7-day average in COVID-19 cases is also rising. Metro Health reports that on average, we're seeing more than 5,000 cases a day. And those numbers are taking a toll on a nonprofit and its efforts to provide tests in San Antonio. So we've told you about Community Labs. It says that it usually administers 200,000 tests a month. Now it's up to 400,000. People are supposed to get their results in 24 hours, but as the Night Team's Lee Waldman reports, a number of factors are pushing result times back threefold.
Community Labs has partnered with Metro Health to offer 8 walk-in mass testing sites. The self-administered nasal swab test and registration only takes a few minutes with a promise of results in 24 hours. Until now.
24 to 72 hours.
It's a combination of issues. President of Community Labs, Sal Weber, told us last week a delay with shipping caused results to be backlogged.
Yeah, there were two small chemical components that were not delivered by FedEx.
Now COVID is leading to staffing shortages for Community Labs.
Staffing kind of came in on top of the hole that we had from the logistics issue. And so it's made it very hard to catch up.
Weber says they tried to catch up this weekend. Their lab working 24/7, but they're not there yet. His hope is the 72-hour turnaround time is temporary.
If we can maintain the pace with the staff we have and nobody else goes out, then that should be a very temporary situation.
Meanwhile, their labs have a constant stream of people. Wonderland of the Americas tested almost 2,000 people Friday. Testing proctors tell us today was slower, but it's still busy and has been for the last year. Jose and Teresa Flores came because she's feeling under the weather.
We came out because she had symptoms a couple of days ago. She had like a scratchy throat and I guess she had a fever.
A little bit, 99.5.
Weber can't promise when they'll be back to their normal turnaround times, just that they're working as fast as they can with their current jump in positivity rate.
Nobody thought you were going to see a 50% of any one population, 50%. We thought we might be able to get to 10 or 12% again.
Weber mentioned that their lab is seeing a 50% positivity rate in their current testing. Now, when a test comes back positive, it needs to be retested. That's more labor intensive. He believes their lab may have seen a peak in their positive numbers either last Tuesday or Wednesday, and that the positivity rate could be dropping, but they won't know for sure until they get through this latest round of this backlog. At Wonderland of the Americas, Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Lee. Today's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. event honored his memory in a virtual celebration. There's also a focus on community safety amid this pandemic. Instead of a physical march, COVID-19 vaccine and testing site set up at Pittman Sullivan Park for the holiday. A drive-through testing site set to open tomorrow. The federal site will be at the Alamo Dome in Lot C at 10 in the morning. It'll then operate daily from 7 in the morning until 5 p.m. until February 4th. Appointments are required. We have a link on KSAT.com, or you can call the number on your screen, 1-800-635-8611. By the way, coming up, we're going to look into this question. Can you lengthen the life of your mask? Those top-end masks, the hack to help reuse your KN95 masks and N95 masks safely. It's coming up in about 10 minutes.
So along with COVID, the MLK celebration in San Antonio emphasized voting rights. Today's virtual celebration also encouraged voters to prepare for the primary election. As you know, that's when voters pick their party's candidate in several races like governor. The King family is also calling for action. More than 100 organizations joined the family to march in Washington, D.C. They want the U.S. Senate to pass a new voting rights bill.
Don't tell us what you believe in. Show us with your votes. We must keep the pressure on and say no more empty words.
So this comes as several states have passed laws that restrict voting. We know that in Texas, a law adds restrictions to voters who use those mail-in ballots, and it also bans drive-through voting. Now, since we're talking about voting, you should mark these dates on your calendar. January 31st, that's the day. You have until that day to register to vote for the upcoming primary. The last day to apply for a ballot by mail, that's February 18th. And if you plan to vote early, that process is going to take place February 14th to the 25th. And by the way, the primary is March 1st.
And a reminder, tomorrow, 6 new laws will go into effect in the state of Texas. One of them limits transgender student athletes to only participate with teams that match the sex listed on their birth certificate. Another new law makes it illegal for pet owners to use chains to restrain their dogs and requires there be adequate shelter, shade, and drinking water. San Antonio already has a similar ordinance on the books. To check out the rest of the laws set to come into play, you can visit our website at KSAT.com.
So this isn't a law, but it is an emergency, and leaders and doctors want you to help. There's a blood shortage. We've told you about it. We're seeing across the country. Since COVID, fewer people are donating blood. Now, the South Texas Blood and Tissue just held a blood drive this weekend to get those numbers up. We spoke with one woman who donates frequently, and it's basically her way of honoring her grandson. Listen to her story.
He's 15 now, but he got leukemia when he was 3 years old. And he's doing real good. Had it for like 5 years, and now, he's a survivor.
And we're happy to hear that. Blood donations help cancer patients, accident victims, and people with blood disorders. And by the way, you have so many opportunities to donate this week because the San Antonio City Council is holding donation drives across all 8 districts in the city. And you could get more information by visiting the website that you see on your screen. It's southtexasblood.org/SA Challenge.
A lot to talk about this week. We'll be warming up the next couple of days, but get ready for temperatures to crash again. A big temperature swing, especially by the middle of the week. Strong cold front hits Wednesday night. Get ready for a chilly Thursday. And with that colder air in place, we could actually see a bit of a wintry mix. And we're going to talk about that in more detail in just a bit.
Thank you, Adam. Still ahead on the Nightbeat, a new sculpture featured in today's MLK commemoration. The words one man says people should be encouraged to live by. Coming up.
Also, a mask hack. Yes, there is a way to reuse your mask and prevent COVID. We took this question to the experts, and we're going to show you how this works coming up.
Plus, many of you have asked, can you get reinfected with a certain COVID variant? The answer next on the Nightbeat.